Hi, this is Jim Burris from the Colorado Beer Trail, and we are here at the 2015 and the 15th annual Big Beers, Belgians, and Barley Wines Festival in Vail, Colorado, brought to you by the beautiful, beautiful Vail Cascade Resort and Spa. And we're here at this festival where we have more than 100 different brewers from around the state, around the country, and around the world. We're talking the big boys here too, the Firestone Walkers, the Avery Brewing, and Dogfish Head, among many, many others, including 24 breweries from Belgium, which across the pond is a big trip to make for a festival like this. Big thing about this festival is these beers are huge, double-digit alcohol, and they're quite a few of them, and many of these are one-of-a-kinds to this festival. So let's go hit the trail and see what we've got. We're here with Ethan Osborne, head brewer at Great Divide Brewing. Welcome, Ethan.
Hey, how's it going?
So tell us a little bit about the beers you brought today to the Big Beer Festival.
So we brought a few different beers. Probably the most well-known we brought is our Espresso Oak-Aged Yeti. That's kind of where a lot of Great Divide's beers came from. Yeti is an awesome series that we do. We do 4 different styles depending on which season. A couple of beers we brought specially for this festival are a tawny port-aged beer. We also brought a dark sour we call Prince of Tartness. And then the last one we brought is our Peach Grand Cru, which is a seasonal we make with, for every pound of peaches, there's a barrel of beer there. And so in total, we end up using about 4,500 pounds of organic Palisade peach puree. So it makes for fantastic beer. It's very exciting.
Great. And tell me, what do you like about this festival as opposed to some others?
The best thing about this festival is a lot of people who are making the beer end up coming here, and they can give you so much information about making it, you know, just their experience with the beer and with the brewery, and that's why Big Beers is such a special festival, and everybody comes out for it and brings their best stuff.
Great. Well, hey, thanks, and we'll see you out on the trail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers. So the Colorado Beer Trail has landed at the Avery Brewing booth here at the Big Bears Festival in Vail, Colorado, and we're talking with Adam Avery. Adam, so tell me something. What do you like about the Big Beers Festival? Why are you here year after year?
I love the lodges. I mean, they do a great job. It's an A fest. It's top flight. A lot of my brewing compatriots are here, bringing their best stuff, bringing their A game, and it's a fun party.
Some people call this the food and wine classic of beer. How would you compare that?
Well, you know, I don't know. I think I like to talk about beer on its own. You know, I don't really need to compare it to wine or food or anything like that. But you know, yeah, this is the creme de la creme of beer. You know, across America, they do a really good job of inviting, you know, the right brewers with the right attitudes, and obviously having it here in Vail is a beautiful thing. Get out, get to do some skiing with your buddies. It's a fun time.
Great. Hey, thanks a lot. We'll see you out on the trail. Colorado Beer Trail is here at the Dogfish Head Beer booth at the Big Beers Festival in Vail. We're with Sam Calgione, and he is the owner of Dogfish Head. Sam, you've been coming to this almost every year, right?
I think I've come to this every single year. This is one of my favorite festivals of the year in the whole country.
Why is it your favorite? What is it about it?
The scale, it's not gigantic, and I love drinking beer, big beers, barley wines and Belgians. Dogfish Head's loved making these kinds of beers for 2 decades now, so it's a great fit.
Great. And what do you think about people that take your beer and stick them in a cellar for 2 or 3 or 5 years?
I think it makes a lot of sense. You know, put a couple in your fridge, put 1 in your gullet, and put 5 in your cellar. That's what you should do with our beers.
Great. Well, hey, thanks. We'll see you out on the trail. Cheers. And we're here with Jeffrey Green from Very Nice Brewing in Nederland, Colorado at the Big Beers Festival in Vail. Hey, Jeffrey, so you come up to this festival. What are you bringing?
Okay, so we brought our imperial version of our India Black Ale. We call it the Big Fallacy. The normal style is the logical fallacy. So it's about a couple percentage higher, and then we also dry hop it with Summit hops. It's a stout, so the darker malts tend to play a lot differently with the hops than like an IPA or something like that, and you get a really unique flavor from it. And I mean, this Brewfest is all about the unique flavor. Obviously, the beers are a little bit stronger, but you know, stronger beers have more malt, and that means you're going to have a lot more interesting flavors as well. So it's really not all about the alcohol percentage. It has a lot to do with all these malts playing together. So I mean, it's kind of the not anti-hops, but you know, the malty version.
Great. Hey, thanks a lot, and we'll see you out on the trail.
Cheers.
And the beer trail has ended up at the Grimm Brothers table here at the Big Beer Festival in Vail, Colorado. We're talking with Don Chapman. He's the president and head brewer at Grimm Brothers up in Loveland, Colorado. Don, welcome to the fest.
Thank you very much.
So you just brought some special beers for this festival. Tell me about them.
Correct. We brought 4 beers today. We have our Hamel Ale, which is a Belgian kind of pale ale. We did a beer that's actually only available at this festival, which is our Belgian strong. We call it Anything for Love. It's a collaboration between every brewery in Loveland. So there's 5 or 6 breweries in on this. We got together, brewed here, and we had 3 Sixtels, and one of them is being served here. The other 2 we have is a Russian Imperial Stout, and then one we call Brett Bock, which is a Bock beer treated as a lager, brewed as a lager, and then aged for 2 years in barrels with Brettanomyces yeast. So it's a beautiful sour beer. Kind of odd because nobody else really wants to ruin their lagers. So.
And the Colorado Beer Trail has ended up at River North Brewery out of Denver, Colorado. And we're talking here with Derek Goodman. Derek, you're one of the brewers at River North. Tell me about the beers you brought today.
Yeah, we brought our Farmhouse and our Quadrupel. Those are pretty much our house ones. That's the J. Marie Farmhouse and the Quandary Quadrupel. Those are really nice, classic Belgian styles, big yeast profile over anything else, nice and malty, no real hop presence, and those are just huge sellers. But then with this fest, we just rated the cellar. So we have a tequila barrel-aged version of that Imperial Farmhouse. We have a whiskey barrel-aged version that's rye and bourbon out of High West, out of Park City, Utah. And then we have this real big Belgian-style Imperial Stout. That's barrel-aged Avarice. That's rye barrels. And Fireside Whiskey at a Mile High Spirits. They must be 200 feet from our front door. So we got them over so hot, so fresh, and that's the big-time house favorite. And then a couple other ones, Tripel, again, real classic Belgian style, yeast first, and then everything else second. So.
Right. And Derek, you know what? Is this your first year here?
No, we actually, we've been here 3 years. This is my second year here, and I'll never miss it again. So.
What do you like about this festival? Everybody raves about it. What do you like?
Just from a personal brewer standpoint and how many I've done, perfectly put together, first off. Also happens to be in Vail, and I think this just has such a good name that all the real people pouring your beers here are like sort of, personally, my idols for so long. You know, Firestone Walker and Avery are just, you know, the head guys are just right there putting everything out, and it's just such a great time. And you know, they have everyone holed up at the hotel right across the street. Like, obviously, that's a good time.
Great. Hey, thanks a lot, and we'll see you out on the trail.
Catch you around.
And the Colorado Beer Trail has ended up at our mutual friend brewing table here at the Big Beers Festival in Vail, Colorado. We're talking with Brian Lavelle. He's the owner of our mutual friend brewing down on 28th and Larimer in Denver. Brian, tell me about what beers you brought here to the fest.
So today we brought the Winter Warmer, which is kind of like an Imperial Stout, and it's showcasing 100% Colorado ingredients. We have our wine barrel-aged barley wine, which is basically starts off as a clean, just American barley wine, which gets aged in wine barrels for about 6 months. And then over here we have our American Wild Ale, which is a Solera-style sour ale. We ferment it we do a kettle sour, ferment it clean, put it in the barrels with 3 kinds of Brett, and then we let it ride. And then whenever we want to do a batch, we'll blend them together and get the perfect blend.
Great. And you guys just showed up this year, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so why'd you come up for this? You have a lot of festivals to choose from. Why this one?
Well, this one, as far as festivals goes, like bang for your buck, a lot of people show up that really know their shit about beer, their stuff about beer. And so it's great because you get to showcase your craziest stuff to the people that know the most about it.
The Colorado Beer Trail has ended up here at Renegade Brewing here in Denver, Colorado at the booth at the Big Beers Festival in Vail. We're here with Brian O'Connell, who's the owner. Brian, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, listen, so you brought some really great beers today. Tell me about some of them.
So we brought our Hammer and Sickle, which is our Russian Imperial Stout. We can it December through February every year. That was a GABF bronze medal winner for us, so it's got a following. We also brought our Elevation Triple IPA. That's a year-round beer for us in cans. And then we brought a couple of really limited release beers. One is called Depravity. It's an Imperial Peanut Butter Cup Milk Stout. It's 11% alcohol. We use actual Reese's peanut butter cups in it to make the beer. and it's extremely limited. We release it on New Year's every year, and it lasts about 2 weeks. We always bring it to this festival, so it's a special thing that we bring here. And then we have another beer called Brewery that's an imperial chocolate oatmeal stout with Burberry spice. And Burberry is an Ethiopian curry, so it gives kind of a nice floral nose on the beer, which is a little different for a stout, and then it gives you just a little bit of heat in the back of your throat. So it's a great wintertime beer because it gives you a nice warming sensation.
Fantastic. And this is your third year here at the Big Beers Fest. Why do you come back?
You know, this is a great festival for consumers and industry alike. It's really almost like a family reunion here. All the brewers are here, all the owners are here, and it's as much fun for us as it is for the people who attend this festival. I mean, the beers that are here are everybody's best. Everybody's really showcasing their best, and it's just a great time for everybody.
Any trip on the Colorado Beer Trail would not be complete without a stop at Funkworks, Fort Collins Brewery, known for their funky beers. And we are here with Gordon Shook. He is the owner of Funkworks. And Gordon, welcome to the Colorado Beer Trail.
Thank you.
And tell me something. What beers did you bring today, and a little bit about them?
Well, we had to bring our flagship Saison. That's kind of what we're known for. We have our winter seasonal, which is a quad. We have a rum and Chardonnay barrel aged Golden Strong. And then we also have a experimental Brett beer that we did called Paisley. So that's our 4 beers we have today.
Fantastic. And you guys have been at this festival pretty much ever since you opened. What brings you back?
Well, you know, when I was a home brewer, this is one of the festivals I look forward to every year. So when we opened, this was one of the first festivals we signed up for and came to back in 2011, I guess. You know, I love having the cream of the crop here as far as beers, seeing what everyone else is doing, and then talking to the other brewers and sharing notes and getting feedback. So for me, it's kind of a vacation and part work, you know.
Excellent. The best 2 things of beer, you know, skiing and beer. Hey, thanks a lot, Gordon, and welcome to the Colorado Beer Trail, and we'll see you out there.
Great, thank you.
Wow, what a festival. The Big Beers Festival here in Vail is amazing. You got to make it up here. And I want to say thank you to everyone we spoke with today. I'm sorry we couldn't get to you all. There are a lot of fantastic Colorado brewers out here today, as well as people from all over the country and all over the world. If you're a beer lover, you got to make this part of your bucket list. This festival is a not miss event. And we'll be back here next year. But if you want to see more, come and check out coloradobeertrail.com. We've got blogs, we've got videos, and we're talking to everybody who is part of this. You can't miss this festival. We'll see you next year out on the Colorado Beer Trail.